I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences for...
What started as a messy breakup has spiraled into an emotional storm that no one saw coming. Teyana Taylor has just revealed her pregnancy, and shockingly, it's not with her ex-husband Iman Shumpert. Instead, the father-to-be is Aaron Pierre, an actor who had once been considered a close friend. Iman's reaction? Well, it's been reported that he collapsed upon hearing the news, and since then, the internet has been buzzing with questions and theories. This isn't just another celebrity breakup. This is a scandal of betrayal, heartbreak, and a whole lot of drama. Teyana Taylor had been keeping the pregnancy under wraps for a while, only telling close friends last week. Sources close to the situation say the news spread quickly, and before long, Iman had learned about it. It wasn't an official public announcement. Rather, the details came out during a private dinner where Teyana was seen rubbing her baby bump. Sources say someone even made a toast to new beginnings, which seemed to hint at the joyful news. But what followed was anything but joyous. Iman's reaction was intense. Allegedly, he collapsed in disbelief when he heard the news, and paramedics had to be called to his home. Some insiders claim that he had been holding on to hope that he and Teyana might reconcile, but this revelation shattered any chance of that. It wasn't just a mental shock for Iman. There were reports of him needing medical attention after his collapse, including tests for possible heart issues due to the stress. Since then, he has reportedly been holed up in his house, avoiding public appearances and staying out of the spotlight. This pregnancy news has taken everyone by surprise, especially since the relationship between Iman and Teyana was once seen as one of the most solid in the entertainment world. They were known for their strong marriage and their shared parenting duties. However, cracks had started to show in their relationship over time, with rumors of emotional distance, arguments, and a long separation. Enter Aaron Pierre, a rising star in Hollywood, who initially appeared as just a friend or collaborator. But as time went on, their connection deepened, and fans couldn't ignore the growing chemistry between them. This pregnancy announcement now confirms what many had already speculated. Aaron was more than just a friend, and he's now stepping into a much bigger role in Teyana's life. Aaron has stayed largely silent in public throughout all the chaos, but those closest to him are painting a very clear picture behind the scenes. According to multiple sources, Aaron has been nothing but supportive of Teyana, and it seems like he's more than ready to step into the role of a father figure. He's reportedly been accompanying her to doctor's appointments and has even been spotted shopping for baby clothes and nursery items. People who've seen them together say his commitment is genuine. He's not just showing up for the cameras. He's involved in a way that suggests he's emotionally invested in this. Next chapter. Whether some people see it as a natural progression of his relationship with Teyana or suspect it's a calculated attempt to replace Iman, one thing is clear. Aaron is all in. He's showing up, standing by her, and making it known that he's here for the long haul. That kind of loyalty is meaningful, especially in a moment where everything feels fragile. However, not everyone in Teyana's circle is adjusting to this new reality easily. Her family's reaction has been a mixed bag. Some relatives are fully behind her, expressing support and just wanting her to be happy, especially during such an emotionally and physically vulnerable time. They see Aaron as someone who's stepped up in the way that matters. But then there are others, particularly those who were close to Iman, who are struggling to process everything. Iman wasn't just her partner for years. To many in her family, he was like a son. His presence was woven into their family dynamic, and his sudden collapse, both emotionally and possibly even physically, according to rumors, hit them hard. For some of them, it feels like the entire structure of the family has been shaken. That emotional loyalty to Iman is clashing with their support for Teyana, and it's left certain members feeling stuck in between. Meanwhile, Aaron's side of the family has reacted with overwhelming positivity. They're reportedly thrilled about the pregnancy and have welcomed Teyana with open arms. They're excited about becoming grandparents or aunts and uncles and are even helping with preparations. That kind of warmth and excitement is undoubtedly comforting for Teyana, but it also adds another layer of contrast. While one side is fractured and hesitant, The other is joyful and ready to embrace this change. It highlights the emotional split between both families and raises real concerns about how co-parenting, visitation, and family holidays will work going forward. Nobody knows what that future looks like yet, but it's clear that navigating it won't be simple. Social media, of course, has only intensified everything. Platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram are overflowing with reactions, hot takes, and emotional responses. Some fans are heartbroken for Iman, saying they can't imagine what he must be going through, especially if he didn't see any of this coming. They're calling him the real victim and accusing Teyana and Aaron of moving too fast. Others are rallying behind Teyana, defending her right to move on and start fresh, especially if her previous relationship had become toxic or unworkable. Hashtags like Teyana Baby Bomb, Iman Collapsed, and Aaron the Stepdad are gaining momentum by the hour, each one fueling its own narrative. There's also a wave of memes and dramatic reenactments spreading online, some lighthearted, others more biting. One video even mocks the idea of Iman fainting after finding out the pregnancy news, while another paints Aaron as the hero who stepped up when the other man broke down. And as with any internet scandal, conspiracy theories have come rushing in. One popular theory suggests that Iman had known about the pregnancy for weeks and had been tracking Teyana's activities to confirm his suspicions. Others believe his public collapse was a calculated PR move to regain sympathy from fans. A few even speculate that Aaron may have entered Teyana's life strategically, knowing the situation was messy, but thinking it was a good time to cement his place in the spotlight. The internet's obsession with the drama surrounding Teyana, Iman and Aaron has grown into something far bigger than anyone could have predicted. What began as a deeply personal and private issue between individuals navigating heartbreak, pregnancy, and shifting relationships has now exploded into a full-blown cultural moment. Online spaces have become battlegrounds of opinion, with countless users treating the situation like a real-life soap opera. Fans and observers have inserted themselves into the story, creating their own interpretations, editing together timelines, and developing theories based on every move, every post, and every rumor that surfaces. People are no longer just watching. They're participating. They're debating who's to blame, who's telling the truth, and what's going to happen next. And as all this noise gets louder, the people at the center of it, Teyana, Iman, and Aaron, are left dealing with real, tangible consequences that go far beyond likes, retweets, or views. The emotional weight of this public spectacle is heavy, and the fallout is still unfolding. It's not just about reputations anymore. It's about custody, relationships, and public perception, all colliding at once in front of millions of spectators. One of the most pressing concerns now is what Iman will do next. If he feels that he's been emotionally manipulated or pushed out of his child's life, he may decide to pursue full custody. It's not just a legal maneuver, it could be his way of regaining a sense of control and stability in a situation where he likely feels lost, sidelined, and humiliated. The idea that someone else, especially Aaron, might now play a fatherly role in his daughter's life could be too much for him to accept quietly. If he decides to take legal action, things could turn very messy, very quickly. A custody battle would mean more exposure, more media attention, and possibly even court documents leaking to the public. Every part of their lives would be scrutinized and dissected. And in a case like this, nobody really wins, especially not the child caught in the middle. Teyana, for her part, has remained relatively reserved when it comes to addressing the situation publicly. So far, her statements have been vague, subtle, and open to interpretation. Cryptic Instagram stories, unfollowing sprees, and brief mentions of protection versus control. But with the speculation growing louder by the day and people beginning to make assumptions about her role in all of this, she may soon reach a breaking point. There might come a moment when she feels like silence is doing more harm than good, and that the only way to regain control of her narrative is to speak out directly and truthfully. If she chooses to tell her side of the story, it could completely shift the public's understanding of what really went down. Maybe she's been protecting people, maybe she's been hiding pain, or maybe there's more to the story than anyone knows. Whatever the case, her version of events could either redeem her in the eyes of those who are skeptical, or spark even more backlash depending on how the public reacts. In a world where people often judge based on fragments of information, even one interview or post could tilt the scales dramatically. What's increasingly evident is that all three people involved are now living their lives under a magnifying glass. Every interaction, every expression, every quote is being analyzed in real time by millions of people. The pressure to maintain their composure, protect their images, and somehow shield themselves emotionally is enormous. Careers could be impacted, friendships tested, and family ties strained beyond repair. With so many emotions, opinions, and unknowns still swirling, it's impossible to say how this story will end. Will there be peace and resolution, or will things spiral into an even bigger public feud? For now, the only certainty is that the drama isn't over. Not by a long shot. So, where does this leave us? Iman is left picking up the pieces, Aaron is stepping into a new family role, and Teyana is navigating the emotional fallout of an explosive situation. The court of public opinion will have a lot to say about this, and everyone's waiting to see what the next move will be. As for the rest of us, we can only sit back and watch as the drama unfolds. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Iman's collapse was genuine heartbreak? Or was there something more to it? Should Teyana have waited longer to go public with the pregnancy, or is she just living her truth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as shocked as we are, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more updates, and tap the bell icon, because when the next bombshell drops, you'll want to be the first to know.